This is my Hatchhyack Xeno deck. One copy of the leader. 4 Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta thwarting the Dark Empire. 4 Super Saiyan 4 Goku prepping for fusion. 4 Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta prepping. 4 Deadly Defender Goku. 4 Oceanus Shenron Negative Energy Explosion. 4 Gold Tanks Fusion Renewed. 4 Black Skillless Vegeta. 4 Goku making an entrance. 4 Goku The Adventure Begins. 4 Hidden Power E Supreme Kai. 4 4-star Ball. 4 Power Burst. 4 Instant Transmission Tensei Kamehameha. 4 Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta Supreme Saiyan Power Unison. 4 Super Saiyan 4 Bardock Spirit Resonance Unison. So, after the leader, permanent, you can only play black battle cards in your battle area, and this card can't attack. Auto, when a battle card attacks, the player who attacked can't attack with tokens or battle cards with energy cost 7 or less other than the card they attacked with for the duration of the turn. Active main, once per turn, place the top card of your deck under this card, then place the top card of your deck to the drop area and draw a card. To awaken, if you only have black cards in your energy area, choose 3 cards under this card and place it into the drop area, and draw a card and flip this card over. Permanent, you can only play black battle cards in your battle area. Auto, when a battle card attacks, the player who attacked can't attack with tokens or battle cards. Energy cost 7 or less other than the card they attacked with for the duration of the turn. Second auto, when this card attacks, it gains 5k power for the duration of the turn, and you draw a card. So it's a 20k on the awakened side when you swing. So that's always good to apply pressure with. Of course, you draw with the leader when you swing, and then we have Water Unison with the +1 ability to let you draw, so that we have nice little strong draw engine there. So we got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. It's 35k with triple attack, so it can attack 3 times, and it's a blocker. Permanent, while this card is in rest mode, it can't be KO'd by your opponent's skills, so that's very useful, especially once you useful because when you attack, obviously you'll be in rest mode, so you attack, you'll be immune to destruction, right, to being KO'd, and then you'll restand, attack, and every time you attack, you'll be immune from destruction, which is very useful. And of course, when you block, you switch to rest mode when you block, so you'll be in rest mode while you're blocking. So it has protection while it's in rest mode, which is very useful. It has triple attack, so it can attack 3 times, which is really useful. As an auto, once per turn, when this card attacks, your opponent chooses 2 cards in their hand and 2 other battle cards, ignoring barrier, and sends them to their owner's warp. At the end of the turn, switch this card to activate. So that's really nice. So obviously it was important that it says once per turn, because if it can do it 3 times, woo! 6 cards from your opponent's hand, 6 battle cards from your opponent's battle area, that'd be too strong. And your restand, so you have a 35 blocker. Too strong. But getting the effect once is good enough. And I noticed that he's an 8-drop, so that's very useful, especially in this deck. Because something you'll want to do is attack with something less than 8, then attack with him, and he can attack 3 times. So you can get a potential of 4 battle card swings, plus Unison, plus leader, so that's 6 swings in that situation. Because normally you just have 3 swings, which is leader, Unison, and battle card. But with him, since he's an 8-drop, you can get, you can swing with him after you swing with one of your battle cards. And then since he's a triple attack, of course you get 3 swings out of him, so that's an added 3 extra attacks on top of your normal 3 swings you normally do. So that's nice. So you definitely, when I saw that, I was like, 8-drop, black card, and triple attack, and a blocker? Definitely Hatchhyack. So that's why he's in here. Plus the making my opponent lose 2 cards from the hands and battle cards when I swing with it definitely fits the deck's or at least this leader's strategy of controlling the board and all that good stuff. Because typically you try to stop 3 attacks a turn, but you don't want to be in a situation where you have to keep, where your opponent keeps building up their board, it keeps bringing out something stronger after something stronger. You always want to get rid of whatever problematic cards they could build on the board, especially if they're just playing a whole bunch of floodgate battle cards. You want to get rid of them, especially if your opponent's dropping their own deadly defenders. You want to be able to get rid of them. So that's what the Gogeta comes in. And a way to cheat them out, because we love cheating things out, right? Active main, pay 4. Choose 1 Son Goku Xeno card and 1 Vegeta Xeno card in your battle area and or drop area and send them to their owner's warp. And then play this card. So obviously the targets is this 6-drop Goku Xeno, this Vegeta Xeno, this is also a Goku Xeno, this is obviously a Vegeta Xeno, the skillless. This is a Goku Xeno, this 1-drop. So we got 8 Vegeta Xenos and we got 12 Goku Xenos. So we have enough materials for this bad boy. So there's that. An extra epic thing is if you could afford it, right? If you could afford to bring out 2 of these bad boys out, then that's even extra epicness. Because then you get 6 attacks on top of whatever, your leader, unison, plus a battle card swing. Because, 2 copies of this. Because he doesn't have unique, so you can have 2 of them in play if you could afford 8 to play 2 of them. And, go crazy. Let's see. Okay, so that's how you could use him. Then we got Goku prepping for fusion. He's a 30k blocker, so we got another blocker. Gotta have to keep the defenses up, right? He has Xeno Evolve. It's important to know about Xeno Evolve. I actually didn't know it. I didn't know this until I checked out the ruling. Xeno Evolve, you warp the material. So you warp the Goku to play this Goku. So you need a 1-drop Goku Xeno. So we have Goku making an entrance. So obviously this will be our go-to guy for playing this bad boy. So you could just, as soon as turn 1, you can just play this and negate an attack, drop him, then on turn 2, warp him to drop him. And of course, him being in the warp means when you play Power Burst, you can add him back from the warp back to your hand and, use it to negate an attack, and then he hits the field again, then you can use him to drop another one. So you definitely want to put up multiple blockers. So, to protect yourself multiple times, right? And these are really big blockers. He has a auto when this card is played, or it uses a blocker skill. Play up to 1 black skillless battle card with an energy cost of 1 from your drop area or warp in rest mode. The target for that effect is Vegeta. It sucks that they put it in rest mode because I would like to combo the Vegeta. If I'm blocking with this, use this to block, bring Vegeta back, and then combo to make it 35k blocker, but they won't let you because this brings it back in rest mode deliberately. So that sucks in that regards. But we do what we can, what we got, right? So there's that. Plus, once you have the Vegeta, you can obviously use the Vegeta on your turn to play your Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta prepping for fusion, which also has Xeno Evolve, so you pay 1 black energy to warp the 1-drop Vegeta in order to play this. And then has an auto when this card attacks. Choose up to 1 black skillless battle card in your deck and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Ironically, I would have liked it if this added the Vegeta from the warp to the hand, so that I can use it as combo power. Figures can't be choosers, so obviously we'll trigger this effect to add the Vegetas, from the deck to the hand. So there'll be some deck thinning there, and of course we can use it as combo power because this Goku, when he activates his blocker, can always bring the Vegeta back from the drop. So, you use the Vegeta from your hand as combo power, use the Goku ability to block to bring the Vegeta back from the drop to the field, to the battle area, and then you can use the Vegeta however way you want. You can obviously use it to keep comboing. You can use it as combo power every turn. Like, swing with the leader, combo the Vegeta off to power up the leader and get up to 25k swinging and draw a card. And then whenever you block with the Goku, bring Vegeta back. You get that idea. So there's a little endless combo power engine there. Something reusable. Or you can, save it to combo with Goku for blocking purposes. So there's that. Then we got Deadly Defender Goku. 20k with barrier, permanent during your opponent's turn if your leader card is black, which it is. And this card is in rest mode. Your opponent's cards can't attack your leader cards, and this card gets minus 15k power. So of course we'll do our best to keep this in play for a while by negating attacks, using 4-star ball and Vegetas, for example, as combo power to keep them in play longer, so your opponent can't hit our leader. So that's what the Deadly Defender is for. Cool thing about the Deadly Defender is that it technically can take 2 hits, because your opponent has to attack it first to try to get rid of it. You'll protect it, so that stops one attack right there from hitting your leader. Then they'll have to attack it again to try to get rid of it. And if they do manage to get rid of it on the second attack, alright, cool, they got it on the second attack. But at least it wastes 2 of your opponent's attack, which normally means they only have 1 attack left, which you can use a power burst or a instant 10-time transmission Kamehameha or a Goku making entrance to stop that, or any other counter attacks we have in the deck. But you get the idea. We definitely want to make it where our opponent's attacks are mainly focused on him, Deadly Defender, so we can have control. And of course, with the Goku Adventure Begins and 4-star ball, that's our reusable endless combo there, plus the Vegeta if we use the prepping for Fusion Goku to keep bringing this back and use this as combo power to keep our Deadly Defender on the field longer. That way we just center our opponent's attacks to our battle area and away from our leader, so that kind of stuff. Then we got the Oceanus Shenron. It's a blocker with counter attack. Choose 1 card from your hand, discard it. Typically we'll discard probably our 4-star ball, since we can always get it back from the drop with Goku. Negate the attack and play this card. If you played a card, your opponent can't attack with the turn unless they place the top 4 cards of their deck in their drop area each time. And then permanent during your opponent's turn, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. So it costs 2 on your opponent's turn. So for 2 energies, negate an attack, play this card by discarding a card, obviously. And now you stop the 1 attack and use a blocker so you can stop a secondary attack. So that's 2 attacks out of the 3 typical attacks you gotta stop every turn. You want to stop 3 attacks, but you're okay if you only stop 2 attacks and 1 gets through. As long as the 1 damage, the 1 attack gets through is not like double strike, then you're normally good. Plus, people are trying to play dual attack, especially against this leader. Some people will try to put a lot of emphasis on their dual attack battle cards to try to get to bypass the leader's effect. So being able to block more than 1 attack a turn is a must with this leader. Then we got Gotenks Fusion Renewed. He's also a blocker with the counter attack skill. Send 3 cards from your drop area to the warp, negate the attack, and play this card. Permanent if you have a battle card with an energy cost of 6 in play, and it's your opponent's turn, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. So he'll cost 2 if you have any of the Goku or Vegetas in play. So that was definitely a nice piece of synergy in there. And this card's from set 13, and these cards are from set 14. So obviously they expect him to be used with them, since they are 6 drops, and they're relatively easy to get out for 1 energy. So And then he has the auto. When this card attacks, place up to 3 black battle cards from your warp into your drop area. Then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, preferably cost 3 or less, and send it to the warp. So it's a way of keeping, keeping your opponent's board under control, especially getting rid of any blockers, anything that could get in the way. Obviously, he can negate an attack and block an attack, so it's always good to have double block, double negate capabilities. Skillless Vegeta actually has combo power, which is nice. Most black skillless cards don't have combo power, so this one does, which is nice to have. And I definitely was listening to me. So now we got some black combo power right there. I mean, that's shit. He's a skillless Tengai Vegeta with combo power, and he's a Vegeta Xeno. He's a 1-drop, so he helps you with this Vegeta, and he helps with the Vegeta's active main ability. You got the Goku making interest, another counter attack, so for 1 energy, negate an attack, play this card. He's 5k, he has no combo power, but still worth comboing him just to get him off the board, unless you're going to go into your Goku prepping for fusion. But other than that, you might want him in the drop if you're going to use Power Burst to try to add him back to the hand. But typically, you'll probably keep him because of the fact you can use them with Supreme Kai. You get some double strike damage in there early game, especially before you get to awaken, because you awaken on turn 3 typically, so that's when you start swinging with the leader. So on turn 1 and 2, you want to do something. So turn 1, after turn 1, you want to be able to go start swinging on turn 2. So either using this on turn 2 with a Supreme Kai, or evolving it into the 30k Goku and swinging in to start dealing damage is what you want to do, obviously. As soon as you start dealing damage, the better. You don't want to wait until turn 3 to start attacking. So there's that. And then we got the Goku, the adventure begins. We get to use both effects. The first active main is once per turn, choose up to 1 4-star ball from your deck or drop area and add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. This is the 4-star ball. Second active main, once per turn, pay 2 energies. If your leader card is black, which is, choose up to 1 skillless battle card with an energy cost 3 or less from your deck or drop area and play it. Then shuffle your deck. If you look through it, it's really nice that this Vegeta, has the 5k combo power. So obviously, you can use the second effect of Goku to bring out the Vegeta. And then you can use the Vegeta for combo power. Use the 4-star ball for combo power, so that we can have 10k combo power every turn, especially if you're swinging with the leader, so you can make the leader a 30k swinging at your opponent. So that's a nice little reusable endless combo engine there. Of course, you can obviously use, since Vegeta is a skillless battle card, you can obviously use the 4-star ball on Vegeta and turn him into a 20k battle card. Swinging at your opponent, so you can swing with the Vegeta and swing with the Hatchhyack, the leader. Get 2 20k swings on your opponent's leader, and apply pressure that way. So those are options. Obviously, you can use multiple 4-star balls, so you can get Vegeta's attack pretty high up there if you need it. Keep in mind, if you use Supreme Kai on the Vegeta, this will only give him 5k power because he will have the skill of double strike. If you end up in that situation, keep that in mind. This only gives skillless battle cards 10k power. Other than that, it only does 5k to battle cards and leaders. It does not do 5k to unisons. Keep that in mind. And yeah, of course, if you have multiple copies of Goku the Adventure Begins, you can use both their active mains more than once. For once more for each copy. So you can use both the effects of this card, then the effects of the next copy, and the next copy. You get the idea. So you can grab multiple 4-star balls and be able to play out multiple skillless battle cards. Won't be necessary to bring out that many skillless battle cards since you're not going to be able to attack with all of them. But being able to get them out there, period, and use them as combo power is always useful, especially if the idea is to defend yourself. So that's mainly what we like to do, is use the 4-star ball and Vegeta as combo power to keep our leader, technically a 20k or 25k leader defensively. But also using Vegeta and the 4-star ball, obviously with Deadly Fender, is obviously the optimal play. Using it with our blockers, our big boys over here, even our little boys over here, little boys and girls. So there's that. These Supreme Kai, of course, comp with for 1 energy, get 10k power, and choose up to one of your attacking cards and it gets double strike, so that's optional. Obviously, we want to take advantage of that. 4-star bomb. Obviously, choose up. It's an active battle card. Choose up to one of your battle cards or leader cards. It gets 5k power for the duration of that battle. And if it's a skillless battle card, you're using this card with an extra 5k for that battle. Power burst. Counter attack. If your leader card is black, it is. Negate the attack. Then choose up to one black battle card from your drop area or board with an energy cost of 1 and add it to your hand. You can use this on your Goku making an entrance or your Goku Adventure Begins. No need to waste it on Vegeta. Vegeta can be brought back the effects of Gogeta. So typically just use it on making an entrance Goku, but I've used it on Goku Adventure Begins from time to time. The permanent Sparking 5, you have 5 or more cards in your drop. You can take a card from your life, add it to your hand in order to play this card's counters attack for free. Instant transmission 10 times command. Counter attack, negate an attack. Then place up to 2 black battle cards from your warp into your drop area. Active main. Pay 1 black. Choose 2 cards from your hand and set them to the warp. Add this card from your drop area to your hand. Typically, you want to warp battle cards, obviously, because of the second its effect of when you use it to negate an attack, you put back black battle cards. So you don't want to warp anything that's not a black battle with this effect because you want to get them back. And obviously, if there's stuff like Goku Adventure Begins or the Vegeta skillless, those are worth it. Get them in the drop because you can always get them back with Power Burst, or in Vegeta's situation, you can always get it back with Gogeta. And of course, this is our reusable negate. Then we have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta Supreme Saiyan Power. We mainly use this for its burn effect, so it's a win con. It's -5, active main, pay 4 black energy, send a 1 card from your opponent's life to the warp. So if your opponent only has 1 life, this will warp that last life and you win. So that's our burn-based win con. Then we have SS4 Products, Science Resonance. These are going to be our main unison throughout the game until, we obviously finish our opponent off with Vegeta. If you go that route, Water auto once per turn when you move a marker. Oh, this doesn't matter because we don't use that part. It's +1 active main, so you give it a marker, draw a card. It requires minimum of 2 black specified energy. That's pretty new because most black unisons don't have specified costs. So this is the first one with specified costs. So you need a minimum of 2 black energy, which is all you're going to do is pay 2 anyway. To put it out there, do its +1 ability to give it a marker. So it has 3 markers and you draw a card. It's 15k. Has a -2 ability, which is really, really good, especially for this deck. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, they can't attack with battle cards unless they choose 1 card from their hand and send it to the owner, which is pretty nice. You're already going to be putting up blockers. You're already going to have negates, so this is pretty nice to have. Trigger its effect, right? Do the -2. And now you basically have built-in toggles, so if your opponent tries to attack with a battle card, they have to warp a card from their hand, then negate the attack anyway. You know what I mean, right? Power burst them or something. So they lose a card, and you stop the attack. Or you can use a blocker, obviously block an attack. This card would definitely be useful in many other black decks. especially against aggro. This deck already is anti-aggro, so we don't need that effect that much. It's just nice to have just in case. And then yeah, we're just mainly going to use it for the fact that it's a 15k body and we draw. So it's a draw engine. That's the video.